Did you know Fred Durst has a beard and he's married?
Did he get bit by the hipster bug? I don't know if you've got the hipsters running around Springfield, but there's the hipster craze out here in Colorado is thick, to say the least.
They're all Duck Dynasty or something, right?
Yeah. No, it's not the Duck Dynasty. Like the hipsters are like the metro lumber sexual guys that are like grooming their beards and wearing fake glasses and putting the gel in their hair. And
his beard. He has a Fred Durst has a Duck Dynasty beard, man.
He went with the Duck Dynasty. That's good. Yeah.
He's like and he has like some kind of foreign model blonde chick from Norway or something.
Esther Nazarov.
Yeah, Esther Nazarov. Yeah.
That's yeah, I've had a theory in my life for a while that if a man spends more time grooming his beard and his facial hair than his girlfriend does her hoo-ha, he's really not a man. Okay, let's just face facts here.
What about the manscaping? I mean that takes a lot of time.
What if I take my pubes and glue them to my face?
What about what?
What if I take my pubes and glue them to my face? That's a true hip. That's a beard from the hip. That's a hipster beard.
You probably seek some sort of medical or professional help if that's your grooming tips. I'm sure some sort of affection will come from placing pubes on your face. Boy, these podcasts, man, you can just really go out on a limb and talk about anything.
You can literally talk about anything. A few weeks ago, we talked about this story where a guy had intercourse. He says it was consensual with a dog, and this is a true story. It happened about 5 years ago. I can't go into details because eventually we will want a sponsor, but let's say that it didn't end well for him. It ended in a felony.
For us either because we mentioned it.
Are you already curtailing to corporate sponsorship before you get corporate sponsorship? You're already censoring yourself before you have the checks?
All right, fine. The guy fucked the dog.
Some freedom.
He fucked the dog. You convinced me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the hipster label. They are taking over.
So music is good. Pod is good. And so what about El Guapo?
Yeah, we're giving away all the secrets tonight, E. You're worse than the Batman butler. You're worse than the Batman butler bringing the chick to the Batcave. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Exactly. Yeah, no, one of the other characters we would do. Yeah, we have. I have a little production company that I try to do these silly little ventures. I like to do theater of the mind bits, and I like to do public kind of surprise stage performances, like taking the high chef into the 420 celebration, and I've got cameras on me. It's just fun to get people's reactions, and to, all of a sudden they're not expecting to have a show in front of them, but they do. And so we've been doing stuff like that with this production company, and one of the characters I do is El Guapo. And we're actually thinking of changing his name soon. There's too many El Guapos out there, apparently.
Yeah.
But
is it El Guapo or El Guapo, or do you have a plethora?
El Plethora? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so he got to do some stage the other day. We went and attacked an open mic night and made fun of the open mic night and left. It was kind of funny.
Well, we were trying to pull that up. We were going to try to play some of that because it's hilarious. He's one of the greatest characters, and he hung out with Tom Green. He's done some really amazing things. He tried to take over the moon.
My favorite though, he actually got to work with WWE Hall of Famer Harley Race, and that's a legend in the wrestling business, and a lot of my entertainment values come from the world of professional wrestling, and so to be able to actually work with a legend and make a stupid little video, I don't know. It was just fun to do, and that's the whole point. The whole point of the stupid crap that I've done in my life is basically, the world is a stage, and we're here to have fun and do things and see things, and so I do that, and it's been this carving artist lifestyle for years, but that's what it's supposed to be. You give yourself over to your craft. It's like that's the problem with most entertainment. Most entertainment is made to make money. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's why most artists, the only way they can actually make money is advertising and being in corporate sales and corporate advertising and things like that. The real this independent value that you guys try to push and this indie scene that you guys work with. The majority of people in that scene, they don't make a dime doing any of this. They all have their shit jobs, and they're all, just wasting away. But they do it because, the true love of entertaining and being in front of that crowd and doing the things and seeing the people's smiles on their faces when you do something, and that's what it's about. And so that's why so much entertainment is just, we don't.
Well, back in the day when you saw things like, the old Charlie Chaplin and that kind of stuff, people weren't making a lot of money back then.
No, they just did it because they loved it.
They did it because they loved it, and they did it because they wanted to be an actor, not a person making shoes. Not
right.
Working in and they wanted to do something that was, and so it's like the Three Amigos. Look, that movie's classic in the aspect of, hey, look, you guys aren't going to follow through with what we tell you. You're out of here. And you don't get your clothes either. You're on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and what's so upsetting to me is there is such a brainwashing, a marketing, a thing that happens from Hollywood, to where people only truly follow, what comes out of those mainstream studios out of Hollywood or those record labels. And indie is always seen as something amateurish, or something that's not as good and as polished as what Hollywood can do. And and Hollywood has a huge budget, to have just all their whether it's Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo 2, they're still going to spend $5 billion making sure that we all go see it. Meanwhile, I'm putting on a show the same night in their town, and I can't get 100 people to come because I can't get in front of all the people to make sure they see it, or they even want to see it because they want to go see Deuce Bigelow because that's what they've been told to see.
Well,
and so
we've had 90 hits.
Yeah, we had
in one of our shows.
Yeah,
and
we
so
had 90
I think
hits
because of Mo, we're going to break triple digits.
I hope that we do.
We're going to break triple digits tonight. Yeah, this is the show that's really going to just set you guys over on the top.
This is a triple digits. None of those 7 viewer shows anymore.
I know.
Yeah. Let's see. Last week I did an open mic night, and now I'm doing a podcast. Maybe I should try to be a carny next because my entertainment level is just hitting new high.
Hey, you got a quarter. Come on, throw it in the plate. Throw in the plate.
Yeah.
You can win a slip knot.
Win a slip knot for your beautiful lady.
Maybe I'll paint my face and become a mime. That's the next step for my entertainment career.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you as a mime on Denver Avenue out there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's I love anybody that's pushing independent stuff, and I know you've been doing it for years either in that area, and it's cool to keep in that scene because there's so many creative, imaginative people that make these projects, whether it's the musicians, whether it's the film producers that are making the little films and stuff around there. There's so many cool people, and those people don't get recognized with some Grammy awards or anything like that, but they keep doing it because they love to do it.
And we were talking about doing a local music awards.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it because Donnie's got a big face. And,
I have a huge face. I have a Jay Leno face.
He's a Jay Leno face, and he's
nice.
He's gonna do the Dare to Care show this year.
Yeah,
we're
doing
the Dare to Care show.
We're doing the Dare to Care show.
I remember those days.
Yeah, it's actually a Hot 106.7 theme.
Right. I mean, we've got Ray Michaels and Jay, and we've got people who are going to help us from back in the day that want to help us do this. Is this amazing?
It's a Dare to Care. And actually, I've talked to Fleming and John. They were the headliners of the Hot 106.7 Dare to Care. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember Fleming and John, yeah.
Yeah, so
really?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They had that Ugly Girl song.
And who and what?
They had that song, Ugly Girl.
Yeah, something like that. Fleming John, I remember we were pushing them up. When you worked in radio, you had to push so many different bands that just, were there that month, and then the record label wasn't pushing them the next month, and you never heard from them again. And Fleming and John, I remember, they stood out, definitely. I mean, they were some solid musicians, and they were pretty cool.
But we've got, oh man. Look, this is the quality of podcast you're on. I took a shot at peppermint schnapps, And it's
Oh wait, am I in the first half of the podcast or the second half? Because I want to make sure I'm in the sober. I'm in the first half.
You're in the first half. This is going downhill fast.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I wanted to try to call in the sober part of the podcast, but I'm not sure there's any part of that podcast.
We usually barbecue before these things.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I listened to you guys' podcast last week. I think it was. And yeah. That barbecue sounded good.
It was a good. Each time it gets a little bit more ghetto though. First time we had filet mignons wrapped in bacon and corn on the cob and some
and shrimp, giant jumbo shrimp,
and jumbo shrimp that we put some mango habanero sauce on. We went all out, and then last week was burgers stuffed with Asiago cheese. This week was sausages. Yeah. So next time we're just going to have some Vienna sausages in a can. We're going to boil on the top of the grill.
Yeah. We're just going to beanie weenies.
I was joking with my girlfriend that we were probably going to have barbecue talk some point at the podcast. Yeah. And we're having barbecue talk at some point.
Of course we do. We're still in Missouri.
Right. So what's your grill set up like out there?
Actually, I have the High Chef's Mobile Munchies grill carts.
And you can use that. You just go down to the parking lot and hey, whip it out. You know.
I'm watching the High Chef's Amazon adventure right now.
Yeah.
I think the guy just spit in your face.
Oh yeah, that was one of the shaman I worked with down there. We called him the butt crack shaman. You know what's crazy about that? I literally went to the Amazon jungle and we filmed the High Chef's Amazon adventure.
So this is real. This is really in the Amazon jungle.
That's real. That is in Peru, northern Peru, Amazon jungle. I'm cutting through trees in the middle of the jungle, right there, right now. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I see you got this fisheye effect. Your head looks enormous.
No, it's a big. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like an alien thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on right here? The two ladies just waved at you.
Oh yeah. But see, the concept of the High Chef is, he's a stoner chef that helps the stoners fight off the munchies when they attack. And so we make some silly cooking shows. So the videos are supposed to be cooking shows, but they're the most obscure, weird cooking show you've ever seen.
There's a weird puppet, man. There's a weird puppet. There's a weird puppet. Yeah, I had a Spanish interpreter in the middle of the Amazon jungle who barely spoke English, talking to two Peruvian ladies, teaching me how to make a dish called causa. Okay.
Oh my God.
There's no. Yeah, that's just what we do.
Yeah, we're we know you're stoned if you're in Peru in the jungle. Hey. So here, make some causa.
Well, the jungle, that was that. Actually, I wasn't stoned at all in the jungle. I stayed away from marijuana.
Not only since we have Muzz on here, are we going to get the 125 people in New Zealand on to watch the show? We're going to get
we need to get all
225 people in Peru to watch the show now.
Yeah, every New Zealander, all 125 of them, we're going to get to listen to the show.
Sure. It's all right. Third world countries, I am huge in. I'm almost as big as Hasselhoff in Germany.
Exactly. We need to make you a neon, light up jacket with the Peru flag on the back of it. It's like
I
can go down there when they tear down the MC 900-foot Jesus.
That's a good one. Yeah, no, but what's crazy, and here's what's very frustrating about all this stuff. I'll put these videos on different sites. You put them on YouTube, and I don't get any view counts, any view hits on YouTube whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I won't turn on the advertising, because I don't think that internet is I turned away from radio and television because I got sick of advertisements. Every time you turn on something, you're bombarded with some crap product to buy, and I don't need that crap product to buy, and I don't need to.
Me and Donnie do not stray away from advertisements. Advertisements, please come and help us.
Please let us advertise.
I'm not trying to get that. I'm not trying to get that almighty high podcast dollar.
No, I know what you mean though. There's too much commercialism and everything, and. Right. And you just you go online, you want to watch a thing. You don't want 20 pop-ups about how to buy a Paula Deen cookware set,
Exactly, what always pisses me off is when they put the commercial in front of the video that you click on to watch.
Yeah, and you can't skip it until 5 seconds.
Or some of them you can't. You have to actually watch the full 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, but that's my data on my phone. Damn, I pay for that stuff.
Right, and then the other thing that pisses me off is the commercial will stream and play absolutely fine, but then you get to the video you want to watch, and then you got to sit there and watch that stupid buffering circle of stupidity in front of the screen because the video for some reason has loads. Why don't
they need to use the same technology for the commercials as they do for the videos.
Yeah, they put the stuff that you release on YouTube, especially as an independent artist, and we're talking a lot about this, but YouTube, when it first came out, I was all up about it because it was independently owned, and anybody's video could get noticed and put on the featured section. And then Google bought it. And once Google bought it, you had to pay to get in the featured section. You had to pay to get your videos viewed. You had to pay with advertising on yours to make sure that you got viewed. And so what happened was, all of Hollywood, here they come. It's just another outlet for them to advertise their crap on the internet. And again, the independent guy on YouTube is now just, you can't find the stuff. You can't find it. And it's just, it's so frustrating being an independent artist trying to get your stuff out there because everywhere you go, your hands are being tied by Hollywood's magicians.
Mm-hmm.
And So, but we keep doing what we do because we have fun doing it.
And that's a lot.
That's exactly why we do it. Yeah, because if you expect any more than that, you're not going to get what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, really, when it comes down to it.
I mean, some good barbecue and like hanging out with friends and like trying to push some people's music and say, hey, this is pertinent. And what have we got coming up, Donnie? You got anything cool?
We've got a lot of stuff coming up, man. There's so many different kinds of bands around here. I was just thinking about this. The other day at Front of House, which used to be the High Life, it's in the Outland Complex. Front of House, we had a show, and it was an industrial show, and it was an industrial DJ and then an industrial band. It was Clancy Leakey's band Video Vamp, and then they had the headliner band, and there was that, and then the very next day there was like a reggae show, and it was like a half acoustic show, and there's just so much versatility and variety, and every time you go downtown, each night there's something different, and there's so many creative forces in this town, and each like genre of music and everything, they have their own followers. And a lot of the people know each other, and it's just a really great community. And that's why I promote this, is because I just want everybody to know when the shows are. Honestly, I just want people to be able to go out to the shows. I want them to bring their friends and maybe somebody who doesn't usually go out, and then we're all better for it. We get to get our creativity out. We get to talk through music and through art and through performance, and just kind of let ourselves be expressed.
So many people have different lifestyles or whatever. I don't mean lifestyles, but I mean, some people have Monday, Tuesdays off. Some people have Wednesday, Thursdays off. Some people have Friday, Saturday off. And so, but there's always something going on down there, and it's such a variety. And I mean, Monos from back in the day. I mean, gosh, we were the forefront of things back then, and it's so awesome having you on the show, man.
Definitely,
we were on the forefront of a dying art form, which is sad to say, because I loved radio so much. I mean, I grew up, 70s and 80s, listening to the DJs in their heyday when they were still, able to be personalities and not just liner jocks or just pushing the record label's music. They actually picked the music. They actually found the artists, and they got to be DJs. When I got into it, when you got into it, I mean, it was at the very end of that. We were very lucky that we were allowed to let personality come out and do some crazy shenanigans and be involved as we are. You look at the state of radio today, and it's just, I mean, it's so cookie cutter, and it's just, I mean, the jock comes out, says that was this song, here's the promotion that we're pushing right now, and here's these commercials, and we'll be back with the next song, and that's, I mean.
Well, the Buggles iconically said video killed the radio star, and now the internet has killed.
The internet's killed everything. Yeah, exactly.
And so now I'm going to build an EM pulse cannon and take it all down.
I think that what the internet has done is it started to give the independent voice a chance to get back out there again.
And then they capitalized on it.
Right.
They're still capitalizing, and they're trying to shut down. I mean, we've all heard the scare things with their TPAA acts, and there are all these different things they try to pass where they're going to, really clamp down on the internet even more so than they already do. But the internet is still a place where you can find the independent crotch shot videos instead of having to go to America's Funniest Home Videos. I mean, you can find it out there. It's just harder. And the only thing that I really don't like about the internet and the technology is the fact that the connection between the audience and the stage is being lost. We're so bombarded by technology, and we're always staying in our phones, and we're always staying on the computers, or we're watching the Netflix and the big screens. But less and less people are going out to these events, because they have so many entertainment choices to sit at home and do, and and there's just something so special, whether it's a rock concert or whether it's a stand-up comedy show or a play, even anything where there's a live person performing with an audience. There's an energy that happens there that's just. It's great, and that I feel that's lost on the internet, and so I kind of try to.
That's the same kind of connectivity that people find in religion.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You go to something, and it's like you see those people there, and you
say
all.
That.
No,
I did not say that.
I said that, and people go there, and they have this mindset of a connectivity, and everybody has kind of a. I don't know. We all sync up, and there's just this thing. I mean, that sounds kind of like a hippie, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, there was a collective consciousness, and nobody talks about this. And I go down conspiracy road and metaphysical. I mean, I try to delve into different things and look at life, in all different aspects. And we have our reality, we have our consciousness, okay, that we create every day. We decide where to go, we decide who to talk to, and we're creating our reality around us. But in our subconscious, I firmly believe that there is a collective consciousness. We co-create.
There's an underlying humanity.
Yes, and then when you bring the people together, that consciousness comes together and becomes more of a mass, and that's why they get very leery when mass congregations happen, because they're worried what that herd mentality is going to do when that consciousness comes together, and that's what I'm talking about. When you go on the stage, you can feel the vibe in the room. I mean, you can tell whether the crowd's enjoying what you're doing or not. So,
when it's those people that live on the moon.
The what?
The people that live on the moon.
What about them?
Oh, he's talking about the people who live on the moon. It's Muzz.
Have you met them?
Have I met? Hold on. Muzz wants you to talk to a Moonanite, I think is what he's talking about. We had a Moonanite named on the show a little bit ago, and
a Moonanite?
Yeah, a Moonanite. From that show Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I know that show, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he was wanting us to talk to one of those people, but we don't have to do that now.
Yeah.
We can do that in a little bit.
Do you actually? I mean, how much does it cost per minute to call the moon? That's got to be an expensive call.
Yeah, it's like $4,000 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not in my phone plan. I've even got
it takes a lot of. It takes a lot of beef jerky sounds.
I didn't come on here for you to jerky my beef. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. Thought this was going to be a professional show. I didn't know there was going to be any beef jerky.
Hello? Are you still there?
No.
Yes.
If
you guys had a hard time syncing up the phone with me here on the planet, I don't know about the moon.
Yeah, okay. There were some Moonanites here, and then I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, they try to take over our show every once in a while, like Al Gore did.
They probably went back to the moon. Yeah. Actually, they probably heard my crap on this show, and they've even tuned out now at this point.
I mean, because that's your next venture is to the moon, right?
Well, he went to the Amazon.
Yes.
I mean, can we?
I mean, at some point, I'm going to run out of stuff to do on this planet.
I know, exactly. I mean, you've been to the Georgia Guidestones and down to, Roswell, and you've been ayahuasca, and so now, what's next? The moon,
Well, could you imagine? I mean, just the thought of actually going out in space. Yeah, why not? That'd be great. I could be the first stand-up comedian in space. That would be funny.
I would think you would do that. That would be the greatest.
They don't even have. They don't.
You wouldn't be stand-up. I don't think they have stand-up there.
You'd be the first float around.
I'd be the first stand-up floating comedian. Yeah,
exactly. You'd float around, and not even crickets would be able to hear it.
I'm a floater.
Just kind of float out there on stage in front of the mic and yeah, so what's with this no gravity stuff? That sucks.
What's up with Ovaltine? Or as we call it, Space Teen.
Yeah.
Muzz is over here. Muzz, talk into your mic. Here, you can grab it. Just grab it off the stand and just... It's not working. It's working.
Right.
It's working.
Totally
Hold
works.
it.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I can hear it if you go over to it and you pick it up. We're a really high tech show here at the IndieMO podcast.
Yes.
The IndieMO radio show.
There's a third person in the studio that I'm aware of.
His name's Murray,
Muzz.
and he's our
You've
New
met
Zealand.
Muzz before on the phone before.
He's our conscience.
He's our Kiwi conscience.
Mud is his name. Your consciousness is Mud.
Muzz, like Buzz Lightyear, like Muzz.
Oh, Buzz. Gotcha.
Muzz.
Gotcha.
Muzz, can you talk
hi.
into the mic?
Say
Yes.
Hey, how's it
We
going?
must have entered the second half of the podcast where the alcohol is starting.
He's
to
getting like an American accent. He's like, "Howdy, y'all. How you doing, partner?"
That is the greatest. And I have to work with this guy all the time. Man. It's like, I have a hard time like trying not to talk Kiwi when I'm around him because he's like, well, you know about this and all that, yeah. And I'm like going, yeah, I don't even know about that.
Why don't you tell us about Kiwi experience?
Yeah, we know I've had a Kiwi experience. So.
You've had a Kiwi. Wait, hold on. How many New Zealanders do you know?
Come on, Eddie. Tell
Three.
Come on, Eddie. Come on,
Three, four.
Eddie.
Three or four.
This is a really uncomfortable
Three or
conversation
four.
for me right now.
It is. Yeah, 3 or 4.
It has got a little awkward in here, hasn't it?
Yeah. Just Muzz and Mo know that I've had a Kiwi experience before. I know the movie Whale Rider.
Will Rider.
Whale Rider.
Whale Rider.
Oh,
He's
Whale
not
Rider.
that big. Actually, we can't roll him out of here or anything. Jeez. Whale Rider. It's very offensive. I'm going to take the stance of the offense.
There goes any chance of any corporate sponsorship for you.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're getting Whale Bay. It's Whale Bay. They ship fish in. They ship the fish in Whale Bay.
Yeah, I mean, that corporate advertising dollar is really being hit after the obesity market here in the country. And if you send that, you're done.
They have a Kiwi on. No.
Yep.
They have.
You can put that in your...
He put the mic away.
He's like, I don't know about it.
No.
No, I don't. Yeah. Muzz, okay, Muzz has to be...
He's a Jim.
Can you come literally every Sunday? Do you have Sundays off?
No.
Damn it.
And Mo, can you do like a spot every week? I mean, we would like to have like your input. Like,
Yeah, we'd love to have you on the show.
That sounds more like a job when it starts to become
It's not a job. Hey, here's what I'll do. I'll send you small gifts. I'll make you crochet things.
And beef jerky
And beef. I'll put some beef jerky in it.
and hot sauce.
And hot sauce.
Who is this co-host? Who is the Chuck Mo replacement? Who is this guy you got in there?
Donnie, little Donnie,
Little Donnie, that's right, with
Little
the
Donnie.
gigantic
Was he
wang.
one of our
He has
interns?
to strap it to his leg when he rides the bike because it might get stuck in the chain. It's like, come on.
Where did you guys meet? How did you start doing
man.
the podcast?
We're friends from
We're friends
Bobby.
from Bobby Gamage. E-Man used to do these sketches with.
Damn it, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember like the what did you guys call that?
The Follicle, the trilogy.
The hair styling it was styling products.
Styling projects and sideburns and chest
I
hairs.
remember some video you had with dancing sideburns and sideburns growing in a garden.
Yeah.
I remember.
Do you
that,
remember
that,
the sideburns with the E-Man? Did you ever watch the video wherever he gets attacked? He gets accosted by baby powder. Actually,
Baby powder. Yeah.
what was that? Baby. Wait, here. I'm gonna say baby powder. You say what was that, and I'll say baby powder.
Right.
Okay, baby powder.
What was that?
Baby powder.
My eyes! I'm blinded!
Yeah, if you go.
Can't see! I'm breathing on the ground!
If you ever touch my sideburns again, I'll kill you.
But I'm wearing glasses, and so the baby powder is covering my glasses. It's
So he's
actually
really
not
not blinded. You lied.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe that was part of the.
that was the funny
the
part.
strategy.
That was the funny thing.
Oh
of
my
it.
God! If I knew you guys were
You would have brought a microphone, huh?
I would have. Yes.
Yes.
Put the microphone on
the
your
microphone
mouth,
on
Muzz.
your mouth. And
I
say
like
something.
the way it echoes.
Yeah, I don't. I wish it was more
yeah.
of a dry room, but it does have a great reverb in this room.
Yeah.
Just not whenever I'm editing the show.
Well, it's totally awesome to hang out with you, Mo, and I can't wait until we can take like an $85 flight out there to
Mo, where are you? Colorado?
Colorado.
Yeah, Denver right now.
Okay. Do I need one of those? What do they call those? Do I need a passport to get to you?
What passport? A weed passport?
Do I need a passport to get over there to Colorado? I don't know how. I don't know how Obama has it set up these days.
Yeah, I always find that funny. Like, everybody talks about the freedom we have over here, this being a free country. Have you ever tried to leave the country? You've got to get permission to leave, and you can only leave for a little bit, and then you have to come back, or else you're arrested as a criminal and deported back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what a passport is.
Do we have any asylum countries, ones that we can travel to and not have to worry about that shit?
Uruguay.
Yeah, pretty much anyone that you.
Uruguay.
Anyone that you see on Fox News as our mortal enemy is probably doing something right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why they're on Fox News as the enemy. There's a socialist regime taking over our country. I'm not going to go into that. This isn't a political show, but anybody who listens to this probably already knows anyway.
How come you get the best?
Yeah.
I don't have the best microphone.
We have the same microphone.
Eddie isn't talking into the microphone.
We just have the same microphone. I just have to. It's directional, so I have to follow it.
Yeah, it's a unidirectional. These are SM57s. We're working high tech in this place.
I'll bring my 87 over here.
It sounds like it. I mean, I have been on, I couldn't tell you how many countless shows since the late 90s of all different types, from television to radio to the internet. And out of all the shows I've been on, this is one of them.
So you listen.
This is one of the shows.
And this is one of them. Yes, it is.
And I can only blame you for allowing me to be at this position right now, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
How are you?
He was telling me about how he used to be your sidekick, and I only aspire to be just like Chuck Moe because of the E-Man. So you're my new hero because you're above the E-Man in the coolness specter. Apparently, from what he says.
Well, I just want to throw this out there on the official internet record, because he's given me a lot of credit for many years for creating the E-Man monster that it is. And I would just like to say on the record, Springfield, Missouri, you're welcome for that. I'm sure you've had a lot of fun with the E-Man over the years. And
we love the E-Man in Springfield.
And you're welcome.
We you know what? I think that on behalf of Springfield, Missouri, thank you very much, Chuck Moe, for the E-Man. He is an indispensable part of our community, and we thank you for him.
Well, I almost having a teary-eyed moment. It's like you're watching your little kid grow up.
I punched this nipple for you.
Yeah, I know. You know what's funny?
I just got a kiwi pinch now. Yeah.
When we did the wrestling video with Harley Race, El Guapo presented him with the Fans Lifetime Achievement Award, and I went out and I got an award for $10 engraved, and there was there was 150 Midwestern wrestling fans, and this was in this back of this bar where we put on this show, and El Guapo comes out and he does this huge speech about how wrestling and wrestlers give their life for their art to entertain the fans, and they give up their family and their friends and their health and everything.
They can throw a hand.
Well, man, when Harley came up to get that award, he literally was choking up and had tears in his eyes, and he's like, "Moments like this are the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing today."
Exactly.
So it's just a little bit of recognition, even if it's in a jokingly manner, that makes the independent artist feel some sort of justification, because he certainly can't take his justification to the bank. So it's the little pat on the back. The old guy. I remember one time I did stand up, and this old guy came up to me, and after the show, and he comes walking up to me, just he was old, 75 years old, feeble, and he shook my hand and he gave me $20 tip, and he's like, I've been watching stand up for 50 years, and that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. That right there, that moment was like, all right, I'm gonna go do the next stand up show. That makes it work. I didn't get paid for being on that show, but that old man.
That's why we do this.
I could ever get a paycheck.
It was like when those kids brought that bust of Des Fafar up there to the Cold Chamber show.
What was it now?
When those children,
be careful.
Those children, they brought a head of Des Fafar up to the Coal Chamber show at the Outland Ballroom or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Or Rockwell.
Well, yeah.
It's like when Benzik made the sword for Danzig.
Right.
You know, it's like when the fans, you know,
care enough
and do things that are above and beyond and give that to the artist and say, look, you know, we buy your records. We aren't here. We don't want you to give us nothing free. We bought your CD. We bought a ticket. We're here. We're going to buy beer and we're having a great time. And look, we're honoring you with something that we created for you. And that's what you've done. You've done that so many times for so many people. And done it in, you know, the fans are the people who make things happen. And that's what we're all about. And that's what we feel. And that's what we continue to do. And, you know, we keep plugging it as long as people plug on.
Yeah, we keep plugging it, they plug on, and then we'll plug it in if they send it to us.
Yeah. We'll play their music as long as they send it to us. And that's what we want.
So always needs to be an outlet for the independent voice. So any outlet that you can provide, you know, is a benefit. I mean, art is supposed to inspire people. It's supposed to bring out emotion. It's supposed to bring out imagination and creativity. That's what art is supposed to be in whatever genre or form it is. And so the independent voice, which is the true voice of art needs to have as many outlets as it can. So it's great that you guys are, you know, trying to, you know, just giving one more outlet for us.
We would like to have you like every week, but it needs to be something different. Like every week, something crazy and wacky, and what you do, man, because you help create the E-Man, and so I need.
You're my granddad.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
I think I love you, man. Like in a familiar way. It's like it's a what do they call that? It's completely
homogenous.
It's not gay.
Wait, how old are you, Donnie?
I'm 28. God damn it! I sound like I'm 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're 28.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So when me and E-Man were writing on the 90s. While we were signing titties with autographs, you were sucking on titties. Is that right?
Yeah, that's probably right.
And I mean for breakfast. I don't mean just for fun.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that seems about right. I weaned off at about 11.
Well, no, I like what you guys are doing, and hopefully more than 90 people start tuning in, and you know, just you know, put more local artists on there, local bands, and that's that's how it spreads. I mean, like you look at the touring bands. They got advertising, but it's the local people's connection that makes the local shows happen because, you know, the performers are telling their friends and family who are supposed to be telling their friends.
When Tech Nine comes through here, you know, he's always, you know, they send a truck through here a week before to go around and hang out, you know. And
well, especially now that he's on. I mean, Tech Nine has now been put on to the record label. I don't know if you've heard
is he a billionaire yet?
Is it what?
Is he a billionaire yet?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither. He probably has at least $1 million, though, I would say. Yeah, Tech Nine? $3 million. Muzz says $3 million. Okay, the official number is $3 million. Sorry, Tech Nine, if it's more than that.
Yeah.
Muzz says you have 3.
Yeah, there's been so many bands that get so excited when they get that record label contract and that deal, and then they end up $150,000 in debt to the record company because they got to pay back for their tour and their merchandising, and they didn't, you know.
That's because they suck. That's how record labels make money.
No, yeah, record. That's the thing about the industry that people don't understand. The record labels, as far as I'm concerned, have not made money ever. Okay, they spend more on promotions and marketing than 80%. They make in album sales.
Yep.
And to me, if you go down Conspiracy Road, that shows a lot that they don't care about selling. What they care about is the message and what they're putting out. That's the big deal. I mean, I remember when we were in our heyday of radio, there would be a record label. They wanted us to play a new Korn song. I remember this guy specifically. Okay. They wanted us to play a new Korn song. And of course we were going to play the Korn song anyway. We were a rock station. We were the only heavy rock station in town.
You listened to Korn anyway.
Yeah, we were going to play them. But this record rep comes into our town and takes us out to one of the strip clubs, takes us out to a big fancy dinner before, takes us out to one of the strip clubs and gives us like $2,000 each to start throwing at the girls.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. I do respect you, but which strip club?
I don't even remember. They've changed so many in Springfield.
Okay.
It was, yeah. There's been so many. Yeah, who knows what the name of it was back in the 90s.
Yeah, maybe was it Foxy
I
Reds
think,
or something?
Yeah, no, I think it was the Shady Poon back then.
The Shady Poon. The Shaded Poon. Okay, so you guys are at the Shaded Poon. These record executives literally gave you thousands of dollars to throw at these girls?
Yes. He spent, this is my point I'm making. He came to Springfield, Missouri, and spent on dinner and whining and dining us to play this one song off an album. He spent $5 to $6 grand at a small estimate that night on wooing us over. Okay, that's one song in Springfield, Missouri. They spent $6 grand to get me to play it when I was already going to play it.
Well,
so what do you think? How much?
Seems like
Yeah,
a good plan.
It's like the very heart of the country. They just wanted that Korn song to play, probably "Falling Away from Me" or something like that. Right after they fell off.
It was already their big push single anyway. It wasn't like it was an obscure track or they're trying to like, oh, we're being really cool and we want you to leak the Korn Christmas song. You know, come on, try to do that for us. No, it was just a random mainstream hit, and this is what the record label did all the time. Yeah, they did this all the time. So think about that, man. In Springfield, Missouri, they spent thousands of dollars on me for one song. I mean, what do you think they're spending on in the L.A. market, in the New York market, in the Miami, Atlanta?
Just to get these songs that they know that, like, songs, like, lately, how many fucking dollars are they spending on Taylor Swift's new single? You know what I mean? What are they spending on Neo or what are any of those other fucking rappers that nobody fucking knows who their name is, but they know the hook because the hook was paid for by about $75,000.
We are not in a house without a roof. We are not in a house without a roof.
And what upsets me too is, I mean, I love the audience, and I try to do things for the audience, but the audience is so blinded by Hollywood that look at Facebook and you watch what your friends share, and they'll share over and over what the national media is telling them to share.
But anything important, it's
but when it comes to our independent shows, it's like pulling teeth to get a friend to share the High Chef page or like the High Chef page.
Yeah. The Blue Cow show that's coming up.
Yeah. I've got Cheech and Chong can get 5 billion people because, they've been in Hollywood movies for years, but the High Chef has to go in the hundreds of numbers because, it's an independent thing. Nobody wants to share it. Nobody wants to be a part of it until it gets successful.
Even though it sounds feasible, the High Chef, it sounds like it, but, no.
It does what it does. I don't know how to set up. I make these things and I put them out there. Some connect with the people and some don't, and it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's just
that's how art works.
I have fun doing it.
That's how art works. You know what you do with art is that each individual artist puts out a little bit of themselves. That's what art is. It's a communication of a little bit of your own emotion, a little bit of your personality, a little bit of yourself. As an artist, you put a little bit of yourself out, and you see if maybe some people feel the way that you do. And that's why when you get fans is whenever people feel the way that you do in your art. If you have a particular song or you have a video that connects with somebody, they'll connect to that, and then you get shares and you get more fans and stuff like that. But as an artist, we just put ourselves out there, and if people can connect to that, we're kind of like the liaison between emotion and the rest of people.
You should have a say.
When art and entertainment is real, like you're saying, giving of yourself, a performer will literally be exhausted afterwards because he's physically given of himself to that crowd. Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's why this independent scene and going out and supporting it and being in that room where you can get that energy and feed off of it is such an important thing to the art world.
I remember this time when we were here and we did the thing up there with Jono, and we met these women that bought the High Chef tea, and we're just I gave this tea to my mother, and she drank the tea and she felt so much better. It was just like one of those kind of, it's like, why didn't the High Chef have a paid commercial thing on the radio station, like going, come on and buy the High Chef tea because it makes you feel great. It's the greatest thing ever. And it's got this in it. It's got that in it. And it was like these women were so amazed that this tea made her mother feel so great. and it was the high chef tea, and it was so amazing. We were like,
well, the thing with that tea was, and that was the real deal stuff. I mean, there's like we've been talking about, we talked about pot and stuff like that, and drugs and things like that. I'm a very big believer in natural herbs. A very big believer in natural herbs, and we stepped away from that years ago and started doing a pharmaceutical thing for our health. But when you get into, something as simple as tea, when it's real chamomile used to be called Grandma's secret stash in the cupboard, because when she felt bad, she'd go get a little chamomile, and it made her feel better. And people don't even think of anything like that because
you
it's
can't park your car here. You can't park. Take the ticket.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
You can't take that down here. You can't be doing that. Don't do it.
Is he teabagging somebody right now?
This is fucking Springfield, man.
Is Donnie teabagging somebody right now?
I'm not teabagging. It's actually Muzz. Muzz is going at Muzz. Pick up your microphone.
Yeah, we can't really hear you.
From what I can tell from this podcast so far, it's 4 dudes, and I'm hoping that there really isn't anybody teabagging in a room right now with 4 dudes.
We have enough room to teabag, but the teabagging is a negatory. Thankfully.
Okay, good.
I don't know. You know what? We might have to rock, paper, scissors, Rochambeau for some of to see who would take the teabag. But it might be a rotating teabag. I could have Muzz's teabag. He could have E-Man's teabag, and I could have E-Man could have my teabag. Okay, so it would be like.
I'm thinking that this is the.
I think Muzz should pick up his microphone.
Cut this part out, Donnie. This is the cutout part.
and luckily, I'm on the phone in Denver, so I'll be teabag free this evening.
He'll be teabag free.
Yeah.
We can FedEx you some teabag.
You will be.
Oh, that would be
You
nice.
will be
That would
edited.
I'm not editing this out. I hope you know.
Because this is comedy gold here. This is what the kiddies turn in for.
You just need to come back next fucking Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, come back next Sunday. We'd love to have you back.
I'll see if my disc golf schedule allows, because that's what
Wait,
I've been
hold on.
working lately.
Hold on. Are you joking? Is this ironic? Do you do disc golf?
Dude, my disc golf game has got good.
Okay.
This year I threw yesterday I threw 7 under par on a regular 18-hole course.
7 under par?
7 under, brother.
They're really
birdies.
And that's is that on a public course or a private course?
The one I was playing the other day is a public course. It was actually one of the first disc golf courses in America.
Did you do this on your lunch break?
No, dude. No,
he
listen.
Has no breaks.
This is serious. Actually, disc. I have a set of disc golf. Discs.
You got putters and whatever.
I do. I have putters. I have long range. I've got the whole thing. What we did is we went out and did the whole thing. There are 2 disc. Muzz is laughing right now.
It's like cracking up about the disc
golf is.
I've watched golf.
Okay.
Disc
Muzz,
golf. Do you know about frisbee golf?
I'm going to take you on a Thursday. Do you work on Thursdays?
Yeah, he does.
No, no, I don't.
I'm going to take you sometime. We're going to go disc golf playing. I have a whole set of disc golf discs. And 7 under par is amazing.
Frisbee golf.
It's not just a regular we don't. Okay, I know you're from New Zealand. We don't throw the boomerang and see where it lands in a thing.
Do you want that smack on the?
Okay, Muzz is bigger than me. I'm going to just shut up now. I retract my previous statement, Muzz.
And the boomerang just came back and smacked you in the face.
Boomerang smacked me in the face. Ow, this thing hurt. So...
and then it shot off again.
But anyway, you did a 7 under par on a public disc golf course.
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday, yeah. It was a nice sunny Thursday, and I 7 under.
Thursdays are my day off.
Yeah.
We actually call this course the Ego course, though. It's mostly like 185 to 250 feet is the max drive. And so, you can get it there. Most people can get it there with an average drive.
Bullshit.
And, I was just hitting the chains that day.
That's amazing. How many times a week do you go disc golfing? Is that just once a week?
Man, I mean, I'm not to sound totally unemployed, but yeah, I try to go 2-3 times a week now.
That's amazing.
I made it a goal here because we had some weird weather here in Colorado. It actually got to like 70 degrees in the middle of January. And I think you guys had it there too. Kind of got a little all these weird months.
Yeah, it was
but
weird.
I got to go. I played disc golf in January. Yeah, I played disc golf in January, and I was like, man, I'm going to try to play every month this year to see if I could actually play all year long. And
yeah,
so far, I played every month, and it's something about my game's kind of clicked this year. And you just kind of get a feeling all of a sudden, like, oh, that's how you throw an Anheuser. That's how you throw that. You know.
I don't know any of the techniques, but this year I've gotten. I've got a couple days. Actually, Thursdays are probably going to be my disc golf days because those are when I'm usually off in the middle of the day.
Over here, Oak Grove.
But Oak Grove over here, yeah. Oak Grove has a disc golf course, and it's actually really nice.
It's nice.
Disc golf?
Disc golf.
Frisbee golf.
What year was I in Springfield last?
Muzz doesn't know. Muzz. It's like golf with a frisbee.
Discus?
Discus, yes. It's actually like a discus.
Golf.
It's discus golf. You have different. Okay, for ease of the sound, the people who are listening who don't know what this might be. Yes, you have different frisbees and you throw them, and there's drivers just like golf. You have drivers, you have putters. You have ones that can go deep.
And there's a basket at the end instead of a hole that you would put a golf ball into. So you've got these baskets that are hanging, and you throw it, and then you go and you walk to where it is, and then you throw another one, and you try to get
really
closer.
Need is just someone to stand next to the hole, and you discus in, and it hits that person, and it drops into the hole.
Right, yeah.
That's a caddy.
You get points off your score if you hit people on the course.
Okay. So
and especially children. If you hit children, that's like 2 points off. Small dogs, like the Chihuahua ones.
Get in the hole!
and these courses are actually crazy because they're set up so they have like a pine tree in the middle. So you can't really flip a frisbee for the sake of calling them frisbees. You can't flip one across and around. So it adds one to your point score.
It's like pool at times. It's like pool where you have to you got to be able to throw the angle to where it'll go.
Sure.
Zoom and zoom around it,
It's what's cool for me about disc golf is it's a lot less evasive than like an actual golf course, because when you see these rich golf courses all over, they've just plowed everything down.
Oh, yeah.
And these disc golf courses are built in amongst the trees.
Leave the trees there.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they are, and they cross each other too, because, whereas golf can be kind of weird if you were like, driving across a field and someone else is driving across you, and, you're standing out there going 4 and someone's ball comes there and hits the ground 3 foot in front of you, because they're coming, Frisbee golf, people are like going, you're seeing them and they're going, I'm going, it's me, 4,
Yeah. Disc golf is the ultimate stoner sport. You go out in nature. Yeah.
Now, ultimate is a little weird. Ultimate frisbee is a little weird.
Oh, yeah, were they like running around?
That's kind of like soccer.
I don't like to run. No,
that's like the soccer one.
I'd rather play that game than soccer, though.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah, there's courses out here in Colorado. It's huge here in Colorado, and there's courses out here in the Rocky Mountains where you're like literally throwing down the side of the mountain, and then you've got to hike down to the next spot and things like that. I mean, there's some crazy courses out here.
I know. I've seen those golf courses where you're like shooting off of a cliff.
Well, right now,
and the green is like way down there, and then you got to go and take a bus to get down there to the green. You're like, where's my ball, man?
Top of the Rock. These past few weeks we've had a lot of rain these days. Have you heard about that, Mo?
And the bus drivers are on strike.
It's great. The bus drivers are on strike. In Texas, Texas is going through a lot of stuff right now. And
Texas, Oklahoma, I even saw some up in Arkansas.
People are losing their entire homes, their farms, everything. And
you're talking about Johnny down there at the golf course.
At the golf course, yeah.
Yeah, the big sinkhole.
Yeah.
2 big giant sinkholes down there in Branson at John Morris's.
At Top of the Rock.
is anybody even a little bit remotely concerned there's been about 1 billion sinkholes all of a sudden in the past 3 years open up all over the planet?
No.
Does anybody even put that correlation together that there's literally like, I can't even tell you how many thousands of these holes I've seen open up all over the world?
Caves. Mole men.
The inner world getting ready to come out. The reptilians are going to be out soon.
The Nazis took the bell to the center of the earth so they could live out their days, and Adolf Hitler is causing the earthquakes right now.
Yeah. From the moon.
I'm not sure.
He's doing it from the dark side of the moon.
He has a moon base. If you actually go online, you can see towers, glass towers on the moon. There's a moon base where Adolf Hitler is still alive.
It's not a moon.
It's on some kind of a Stephen Hawking life support system, and Adolf Hitler is controlling moon productivity. Apparently, they're making helium-3. I don't know what's going on.
It's not Adolf.
Helium-3, yeah.
It's his son.
It would make much more sense that the moon is actually some sort of Death Star base than the theory that they actually try to...
Well, if you subscribe to David Icke, I would agree with that.
It's Rupert Hitler. It's not Adolf. It's Rupert.
Alfred. It's Alfred Hitler.
It's Rufus, his cousin, yeah.
It's his nephew.
Twice removed.
Yeah. It's crazy that we're in a time and age, though, where theories like that...
It's true, though.
Are all over.
You should go up there and check that out for yourself.
The dark side of the moon. Well,
is my work done here yet or not?
Yeah, is your work done here? Hey, man, you know what? We appreciate you coming on the show, seriously. And we've had a whole bunch of fun. We talked about a whole bunch of shit. But if you need to get to bed or whatever you need to do, get to bed.
Take care of that.
I don't know what the podcast regulation is, what our time frame is.
Yeah,
typically on a podcast, you just hang up on your own if you want to. I mean, there's no real rules about it. It's completely libertarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got more barbecue talk to get to, right?
We do. We actually have to talk about some...
We don't want to keep the barbecue fans from hearing
we've got cat talk, too. Do you have a cat yet?
No, we just moved into some crappy apartment, and there's no pets allowed here.
Okay, yeah. Well, we've got cat talk coming up, and, creamy pussy.
Oh, cat talk. Is that a new segment, cat talk?
Cat talk is one of the segments.
Yeah, man.
No, now it would be funny. I mean, are you going to talk to a cat? I mean, are you going to be talking to a cat? I mean, are you going to bring Creamy into the studio and have Creamy? It's so Creamy. What'd you eat today? Meow.
Snakes.
Meow.
Meow. Got a squirrel.
I remember one of the bits I did on radio. I was hyping up that I was going to talk to some awesome new death metal guy that had just come over from like Norway or something, and we kept promoting it all night that this guy was like the premier death metal guy, and we finally got him on the air. We're like, man, it's such an honor to meet you. What are you doing here in Charleston? He's like, oh, it's good to meet you too. It's awesome. We're like, whoa. You talk like that? And so he was death metal guy. He was always talk like death metal guy.
Well, that's not cool.
We need to get death metal.
It only makes sense that when we have cat talk, that we have a cat go meow meow.
Right? Yeah, that's cat talk. Yeah, right meow.
Yep, right meow.
I used to be the king of failed bits in radio. we were doing this one morning show, and we were trying to do everything we could. Our direct competition was Howard Stern, and I do need to point out that we beat Howard Stern in the ratings in that time frame when we were.
Do you remember the ratings numbers?
Huh?
Do you remember the numbers?
Don't listen to him.
No, I don't remember. I was with my radio career. I stayed away from those things. They were all skewed.
Yeah. We don't care about.
You don't care about numbers. You're just like, how many T-shirts can I give to these local bands? Then the local bands will tell their friends to come.
And
to the
they're only
shows.
Children.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole thing. I mean, in radio, I didn't care as long as when the numbers came out, they didn't fire me. That's all I cared about. The numbers. That was literally it. I mean, there was times when me and email were rocking. I mean, that we were getting bigger numbers at night than the morning shows in the market in that area. I mean, we were going strong.
And then, you really were.
Then they canned us.
Well, I blew that.
Hey, Chuck.
I blew that.
Chuck,
yeah.
When did you exactly? Do you remember the years that you worked at in Springfield?
Here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed my lifestyle that I've been talking about.
No.
But it's kind of hard for me to remember anything from the 90s. But from what I remember, it was like the beginning of 97 is when IndieMO was first created on with Kevin Howard.
With Kevin
on
Howard.
his morning show on Channel Z when it was alternative rock.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I was his little morning sideshow sidekick. And I got my first media from it was when Tickle Me Elmo dolls were like going for like $5,000 a piece, and people were rioting trying to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a hold of a Tickle Me Elmo doll, and we were going to give it away. But we had done this whole bit with Tickle Me Chuckmo dolls, and he would tickle me, and I would say offensive things on the radio, like I was, a dirty Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing some charity thing where they won a date with Chuckmo, and they also got this doll, that was the big hot Christmas item. And we actually got local news to show up. And when the first time local news showed up for one of my bits, I was like, whoa. I can get media attention from this stuff.
Yeah, I can be ridiculous, and then people will pay attention.
But they're just girls.
So then I learned from there. I mean, that was the beginning. I learned from there, how to become the media darling, how to do promotions that got the media attention. Like every market that I went into after Springfield, I'd always start hitting on the local newscasters, and then we'd have these, witty banter moments, on our morning shows, and this flirtation with the newscast. But the next thing you know, now they're starting to cover all the stuff you've got going on, and and it just helps you get your stuff out there more. And so when you learn how to kind of start using the media, it becomes a tool, and it's hard to be able to use that tool in the independent scene because usually they just want the indies to pay for it.
I've been here 2 years, and Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood gets bored. What are they gonna do?
Yep. They don't know. Yeah. Call Peter Jackson.
All they're gonna do is listen
Hobbiton.
Fucking
Hobbiton. How about all you people from Hobbiton?
Tickle my
Wait,
feet.
is this podcast live?
No, it's not live, but we're pre-recording it. I'll probably upload it tomorrow.
Not right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
It'll probably be available on a Monday.
Oh, good. So you can edit out like 90% of this crap that we've been talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah. Most of the crap
good.
that we're talking about.
We'll save it and we'll use it at a later date.
Well,
Yeah,
it'll be once we're sponsored by GE's microwave division. We're gonna expose the controversy.
Learning curve. Yeah, that's what we call it.
So tomorrow when I listen to the podcast that you put up online, it'll be basically like E-Man saying, "Hey, Chuckmo's going to be on the show. Hey, Chuckmo." Well, that was Chuckmo. I hope we had fun listening to him.
Exactly. That's exactly what it'll be like. Chuck Mono is exactly what's going on.
We write all his words.
That's usually where most of my best work ends up anyways, the editing floor. I'm a big fan of...
Thank you, Kenny Colonoscopy.
Kenny Colonoscopy.
Kenny Colonoscopy.
You can only have a certain amount of professional people in a situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm, that's exactly right. And then when they drink peppermint schnapps, they get a little bit more.
Well, then there's only one.
But I've had no peppermint schnapps. I completely.
Well, I'm not drinking the peppermint schnapps with you, but my bowl is packed with Bubba Kush. If that's anything.
Bubba Kush. All right. Well, you're in Colorado. Is that correct?
We're gonna go. We're gonna go and do some blue rhino.
You know what's funny is
that you're talking like a gay man.
Why am I talking like a gay man? I'm just talking how I talk. If I talk like a gay man, I'm really sorry that I talk like a gay man on this show.
No, you're not.
Hey, that's fine.
Like
you know what? Look, listen. Penis is like beef jerky.
Ooh.
This is what
just
I've been
like
waiting
a
for
dry,
all night long.
skin-tasting beef jerky.
But yeah.
Wait, is the drunk guy from New Zealand busting on gay guys right now?
He is right now. Do you? Hey,
oh man.
As a liberal, do you want to bust on him right now?
And Mo, man, you're a pretty good fucking talk, I can tell
you. Well, throw another shrimp on the Barbie for you too.
Hey, shrimp on the Barbie is Australian. New Zealand is more like, hey, everybody, you want to read the third page of this Harry Potter book? And then it takes them 12 months and they're done with it.
Hey, can I go to that bird island where I can't touch them and I ain't got no snakes and like whatever and like,
Wait, isn't New Zealand like the New Jersey for New York? Isn't it like just like where they put the trash
for Australia? Is it the trash? Hey, wait, hold on a second. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm interested.
Chuck Moe just said that New Zealand was the trash of Australia.
It's just like...
Let's hear the arguments against.
Okay.
I guess you guys won't be getting any Nutella sponsorships or anything like that they eat down there.
We're not getting like Kiwi Airlines. They're not gonna sign up, you know.
No, New Zealand, man. I've never been there. I've always wanted to go. I'll say that.
Have.
Of course, everybody's wanted to go to New Zealand, but nobody actually does.
No snakes, no bugs.
What?
Right? No snakes, no bugs.
No.
There's snakes.
Yeah.
No.
Are there bugs?
Oh wow, this has been some high quality entertainment, folks.
This has. Hey,
there's fat chicks. That's for sure.
Just like I tell most of my stand-up crowds when I go out there, realize you are getting what you pay for tonight. So this podcast is free. Don't be expecting the professional show that you were.
Do you have free shows, Chuck?
Do I have what?
Do you have free shows, Chuck?
I've done most of the shows that I do. I usually have a local charity tied in with them.
I do the same thing, yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
and they get the majority of it. I'll take operating costs or something to that effect, so I don't go in the hole in the show.
You're not working.
He's a philanthropist. Mo has always been a philanthropist.
There's different things. I mean, I've done different things here and there, and I make my way through. And this is the thing, man, that people really need to realize that every time you turn on the mainstream media, they're trying to make you afraid for your life, like somehow it's going to end and you've got to survive and everything. Let me tell you this: if you're on this planet, the universe provides. Okay, the universe provides, and you are perfect the way you are.
It's the same down under, my friend. It's the same down under.
Yeah, and
exactly.
so I mean, yeah, I've led a starving artist lifestyle for the past 20 years to do this, and I've bit. Sometimes I'll work some crap job for a year and save up enough money to where I don't have to work for the next year, kind of thing. And when I live very mediously and modestly, and I do what I do so I can keep doing what I love to do. It's the thing, man. It's so hard. It's so hard in this world to truly chase and pursue dreams, and that's what this life is for, man. It's for the experience. It's for to live the dream, and they do everything they can to make sure that your dream is a nightmare. But I just keep fighting my way through so I can keep chasing my dreams. That's what it's about.
Sorry, I was just looking at the E-Man, and he's about to spew.
We've drank a lot, but you know what? You're exactly right. The reason that we do what we do is to get the music out, and we don't need any more. That's why we do it. We don't need any more inspiration.
We don't need anyone else telling us what we need to do. That's the problem.
We talk about the shows that are going on. We talk
and
about
that's what Muzz has done forever. That's what Mo has done for as long as I've known him. When he brought me into radio, that's the way you have done things, Donnie. Really? And that's the way I continue to plug on because just do your own thing and make it work for people, because people are out there and they are beautiful. And they make some of the most wonderful things.
Hey, Mo.
And if you just
does this work for you? Should we give you a call 9 p.m. Sunday?
Yeah, when are you usually free?
Wait, what?
When are you free? Could you be free on Sundays?
Yeah, there's a good chance. I won't commit myself to every Sunday because I like to smoke a lot of weed and do nothing. But
yeah. So we don't have to be. Because we've gone like 3 hours. Isn't this like 3 hours? Are we 3 hours now?
Probably. We've done it an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay. So we could do. I think we should just do 15 minutes. And you put together something, and we do 15 minutes every week, and I think that would be the bomb.
Oh, okay. The bomb, the awesome.
Well, I've always been glad to help with any project you got. I'll definitely.
I think
let me say this about Jono. You brought up Jono earlier. I definitely want to throw his name out there again. Jono was one of the as far as independent artists that I've ever met, one of the most detailed, get the job done, truly putting stuff out despite criticism he might have received or applause that he might have received. He just kept banging productions out, and I really think that there's a small void that has been put into that local scene there since his passing, because he was one of the go-to guys. There would be no High Chef if it wasn't for Jono. He was the first one that helped me do the video production.
And they did an honor to him at the Sato Films.
Yeah.
Good.
And I didn't get to go, but everyone that went said that it was amazing, and that there were tears in everyone's eyes, because he was the first person to ever sign up for Sato, and he was a force.
I wouldn't know what Sato was if it wasn't for him.
Yeah. And it made things happen, and it continues to make things happen. I mean, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Narvaez. He goes by Anthony Engelkind now.
Yeah, he changed his name. And Anthony is out there in like California or somewhere, and we're gonna try to call him.
He was in Argo.
Yeah.
That movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah. He was in numerous movies, out there. And he's the one he bloodied my lip and cut
and cut Joel's leg open so it looks like a mouth.
It was so it's like, we can call these weird people that are out there doing things that we can connect with, that is amazing. And like, he might be sitting like on the couch with Tom Cruise at one point, like
or eating, popcorn that's ranch flavored.
Yeah, he might be eating ranch flavored popcorn. I don't know what you're talking about, Donnie, but maybe you need to stop drinking drinking that stuff. All right, bro.
Well, cool. What was cool about Jono is he's one of the first ones of like our independent artist group that actually made money from YouTube. He got checks from YouTube. He got enough views. He got enough subscribers. He got over 1 million hits for Dystopia.
Right.
I mean, 1 million hits for an independent artist out of Missouri to get for a film project, a full-length film project, is unheard of, man. I mean, that's great.
Numerous people from our projects went and were in River's Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that was a big movie. And look at the artists that are from River's Bone that have went to. She was, what's her name, was in like X-Men.
Jennifer Lawrence. She was in X-Men. She was in that movie about those.
All the fire beside us or whatever, yeah. So it's amazing that these people that we have worked with went more above and beyond, and so that's the reason why we do this, is because we want everyone to be able to relish in the ability to be more than they are, and to be able to use their craft. Because we all work at McDonald's or the pizza place, and we print T-shirts, and we in the jerky place, and we, and we make coffee for people. But then we also are artists, and we film, and we make music, and we write music, and we do things. Yeah. And one of these days, those things will be just as famous as our coffee or our cheeseburgers.
Well, and let's not forget too. I mean, we definitely do what we do because the love of entertainment, things like that. But I mean, I think the real reason, when you get down to it, is why we do what we do, and that's to bang hot chicks. I mean, that's pretty much why
banging hot chicks is the number one reason guys do anything.
Yeah, I think we can all congruent with that. And
I don't need a
Muzz said, Marsha.
I don't need a paycheck or YouTube views. As long as I've got a hot girl next to me that somehow thinks El Guapo is sexy, I'm doing all right.
You're the one that's in Colorado right now with the hot chick, so
drugs.
And the drugs, so
And the drugs. So not forget the drugs.
You're hardly someone to be taken seriously.
The what?
You're hardly someone to be taken seriously because you've got the hot chick and the drugs. So that means we're like the lamos.
You got more up on any of us.
Yeah, so, okay.
Dude.
Well,
we're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
We've positioned ourselves.
It's okay. You guys are doing good. The torch has been passed. You're rock and rolling, Grandpa.
All right.
Chuck Mo, can we call you next week?
Yeah, I'll be around next Sunday.
All right, bro. I love you, man.
Right, but only if the listenership for this episode got over 100. If we don't crack triple digits with this award-winning podcast here, I'm not doing it next week.
Okay,
that's a little challenge for your fans out there.
Is there someone else up there we can talk to?
He's trying to pray to you, Chuck Mo.
I could barely hear the guy from New Zealand.
Can you?
Yeah.
It's all the way from New Zealand, man. I mean, come on. There's only 125 people there.
Maybe we need to call.
They're all like going, "We're here.
It took us a week.
We're here. We're here."
They only have one phone line out of New Zealand, so it's not the best connection.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
I did just read that they got indoor plumbing though recently, so that's good.
Is that true?
Yeah, and they have some asphalt.
You have streets? Okay, you know what? Muzz
is getting a little. He's getting a little.
He can stab me.
He's looking a little like Wolverine right now. So.
All right, he's looking like Logan.
So we'll see you next Sunday then. Yeah.
You come from the land down under.
Wrong country.
Wait, he comes from the land down under. That's how low he is.
New Zealand is down under, right?
And you make me chunder.
Shabba wonder.
I'm sure he's sad that Yahoo Serious's career hasn't still been going strong since the 90s.
Who does?
He doesn't even have an internet phone.
You're from New Zealand and you don't know who Yahoo Serious is?
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Dude. He doesn't know who Siri is. The internet these days is weird. We don't
Yahoo
have...
Serious. Was he really from New Zealand or?
No. Yahoo Serious was like this comedian in the 90s. He was he was kind of like a pre-Carrot Top.
Yeah.
He was like the biggest Australian comedian to ever be an Australian comedian.
Yeah. Muzz is like throwing up in his can. He's like going, Yahoo Serious is not serious.
No, surely you can't be serious.
The pig diggle diggle diggle
with
his extra leg diggle diggle diggle.
Can we spring for a New Zealand translator on this show or anything?
We can, yeah. $30 a month.
Yeah, forego my pay and give me a New Zealand translator.
All right.
We'll
put it on there.
Next time on IndieMO Radio.
Yeah. I didn't even ask anything about the copyright of using. I didn't even ask anything about the copyright of using Mo in the name of your show.
Hey, dude. No.
Say it. Do it.
This is covered by production. Can't say it.
Say it. It's
no.
not.
I can't.
This is what?
It's about.
Does he have marbles in his mouth?
He does. He has three dozen marbles in his mouth. Muzz, you're from New Zealand. You're supposed to be the guy who makes it interesting.
All right. This guy's going to keep, isn't he?
Yeah. Say, this is IndieMO Radio.
I think we were up to 102 listeners until Marble Mouth started talking.
Then they dropped off.
Oh, wow. He ate fucking spiked one. Silly little mother. Anyway. Here's a word from our sponsors.
DJ Mushmouth. That's every strip club DJ.
Exactly.
Hey, everybody,
I think it's Scott Garrett.
This is Candy.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned that I spent a year as a strip club DJ there in Missouri. That was a good one.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned that.
Yeah, that was a fun year. Let me just tell you that. Nothing like being in charge of a group of girls and telling them when they can or can't have a cigarette or go to the bathroom to give the girls some sort of daddy complex for you. It was great.
Muzz is like going, can you hook me up with that job?
All right, I need to go smoke my bong.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Yeah, I love you guys. Good luck with everything, and I'll talk to you guys soon again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Love you, man.
Come back and talk.
All right, I love you too. Bye.
Bye.